Hello, I'm Ultramax, and I'm here in Cambridge, Earth. Believe it or not, Cambridge was once world-renowned for its academic excellence, rather than for its smell. I'm here to pay a visit to Churchill College, where 20 years ago, in 2011, something happened. I don't know what. That's why I'm here, to find out. If you're wondering what this strange contraption is that I'm sitting on, it's a bicycle, a quaint 20th century mode of transport. Students would subject themselves to minutes of physical exertion, only to travel to the next wave zone. Churchill, College of Viscount Monkton, Sir Alex Smith, and students can enjoy a leisurely game of Goodminton across the pond. They still have fires here, but look, King Harry's in. I'm here to meet pro-moon tennis player and Churchill alumnus Laser Davies. As a student, Laser studied dynamic synergy in a challenging environment, but still found time to practice his tennis 8 clicks per sprocket. He's offered to show me around. Laser, when did you pick up your first racket?
I was 4 years old and my dad dropped it on me.
Right. And did you play any other sports?
I picked up the racket after my father dropped it on me and been playing since.
Right. You were just back from the Moon Open. How did that go?
It was pretty moony.
How did you do?
I got to the final. I did pretty well. Didn't quite win the final. The guy had 6 arms.
Right. Would you maybe like to play a game?
Sure. I wasn't really ready. Yeah, something right.
Just practice shots first. Sure. We decided to warm up with a quick round of Virtua Tennis. Laser was still recovering from moon physics, so he flailed about like a Nango on quack handle. I was hardly a natural. But soon, things got a bit more competitive. And after a few meta sets, Laser's infamous temper began to flare.
I'm not doing it anymore.
So we went somewhere else. After the female revolution, Churchill refused to admit any females into the college. This is Alan Move, a post-op transsexual. He is now head of the Churchill Archives and has a few nuggets of the past to throw at me. Hello?
Good morning.
What are these?
Well, I have something very special from the archives to show you.
Right.
And these are images of times in 2011, before the disaster.
That is amazing. Everything's really small and
Yes.
upside down.
We can only assume that life was really this size, and things have expanded since then.
And in various shades of brown.
Yes, yes.
What are they doing here?
Okay, so this is a game that they used to play,
Right.
which we think was called ballfoot,
Right.
where people would run out onto the pitch, out the back, as you saw earlier, and a ball would hound them.
Right.
I'm not sure what kind of
Balls
technology.
alive.
Yes, yeah.
Nowadays, students have nothing to fear from such ballfoot chumduggery. Churchill is a safe and productive environment where young minds can blossom like Venusian meta-tulips. One man whose head spends plenty of time in the stars, ha ha ha, is Professor Bliss, Director of Studies in, well, not even he knows.
Ah, the Hepworth. Of course, in my day, it didn't have any holes in it.
Professor Bliss was a student here as well, and he has kindly agreed to show me his old smashpad. Hello, do you mind if we see your room for a second?
I used to live here. That's it. Wow.
Thank you very much.
They still have the same lamps. It's not as bright as it used to be. Certainly not as bright.
Did they have electricity back then?
Yes, oh yes, yes. We had electricity and computers and water,
Yeah.
all of these things. And oh my, is that a speaking? Wow, look at that. Is that a vintage 2011? It's not working, is it?
Do you mind?
Is it? It's not working. Well, it's bigger than it used to be, but of course it was always bigger on the inside than the outside. Oh. I used to keep a... Ah, you still have it.
What's his name?
I can't remember, but he's got my semen on him. You'd best throw this away. We would have ridiculous parties here, almost every night. On the nights that I wasn't pissed and shagging some woman that I found in the middle of the street, we would come back here and we would order in some models from London, and I'd call Dwayne and we'd get 1 kilo of heroin, 1 kilo of hash, and we'd mix the two and inject it directly into our bloodstream.
Of course. That was before the time they had bloods that you could buy on the market as well.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Replacement blood.
Yeah, no, this is the thing. We'd wake up a month later.
So it was very daring. It was quite dangerous to do that kind of stuff.
Of course. I mean, oh, yes, we'd wake up a month later and I would be king of Norway, and all of my friends would be in slave camps somewhere around Russia. And that took a while to sort out.
Historical development.
I hope we're not disturbing you.
Professor Bliss took me to the mystery tree, the scene of his youthful misadventures. Of course, it's not a real tree. This one's made of diamond. The old one was erased.
Tell me about this tree. Lovely. Lovely.
I couldn't hear a word he said, so we went somewhere else again. I mind linked with Alan, and he granted me permission to see some artifacts from the event. Wait, I'd forgotten about the event, and I bet you had too.
All of the belongings from the students.
Over the years you've kept all this stuff?
That's right, yes. Yes. Don't touch that. Sorry, it's the noise. I'm sorry.
I understand.
So yeah, beds. You can see how
A motorized fan?
we had to wash it, but quite a lot of blood off that one.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, a refrigerator.
Yes, we're really proud of this piece, actually. We don't know what it is.
It says fridge.
Exactly, it's a
But
mystery.
it's a refrigerator.
But
It's got a freezer as well, tiny freezer. It's definitely a refrigerator.
that's amazing.
Yeah. So, tell me what happened here.
There was an incident. I was a young fresher at the time. It was dreadful. I can't really talk about it. There are things that I can talk about, and there are things I can't
But
talk about.
what happened? I understand it's difficult, but people would like to know.
No, I can't talk about them.
Is this another refrigerator? I needed answers, and what's more, I needed questions. Laser was the only one with both, and he took me somewhere that had neither, or maybe all of them. So what happened on that day?
Before MindLink was invented, we used to cut up trees and stain them with ink. Some trees were used to form Winston, our college magazine. The newest issue had just been delivered by a groundcraft, and the editors came to the bar to show off their work. I remember a man on a unicycle. He shouted to them to throw a copy over. Bad idea. We didn't understand sharp corners back then. We could never have imagined. It hit that Nango full on in the jugular. He never had a chance. Neither did the other two. It ricocheted off their pliable, non-metallic chests, slicing them like a space knife through space butter. Some saved themselves, but not for long. I watched a man turn to tag the telly before my very own vision orbs. And when the screens subsided, I was the only one left. They were humans, not a surrogate among them. And the editors, they went from indenting lines to indenting lives. This was their final layout. A deadline they would never forget, because they were dead.
So that was it. One careless toss creates a whole multiverse of pain. Now I understand why they had to ban paper. If there's one thing we can learn from the Churchill disaster, it's this. Never throw a magazine at a man on a unicycle, unless you're willing to live or die with the consequences.